Well, that's Ricochet's real-life girlfriend, ring announcer Samantha Irvin.
AEW fans are on the edge of their seats as Ricochet issues a bold challenge to the Hurt Syndicate, demanding a one-on-one matchup with no backup, a true test of skill and honor. But the faction isn't taking it lightly. Veteran Shelton Benjamin stepped in, responding to Ricochet's gentleman's agreement and questioning whether trust and loyalty can truly be maintained. His words have added layers of tension and intrigue, leaving fans wondering if the match will be fair or if strategy and cunning will dominate. With AEW All Out approaching, anticipation has never been higher. Ricochet's bold proposal shakes AEW. The AEW universe was buzzing as Ricochet made one of the boldest moves of his career, issuing a gentleman's agreement challenge to the Hurt Syndicate. Known for his breathtaking agility and commitment to fair competition, Ricochet demanded a one-on-one showdown with no interference, no backup, just pure wrestling skill. In a world where factions often rely on numbers to dominate, his challenge was a statement of confidence and respect. Fans immediately began speculating about what this meant for AEW's evolving storylines. Could Ricochet truly face a faction as strategic and experienced as the Hurt Syndicate on equal terms, or was this the start of a complex game of mental chess? Backstage tensions rise. The backstage environment grew electric as the Hurt Syndicate prepared their response. MVP, the mastermind of the group, initially stepped forward to address Ricochet's challenge. Known for his ability to analyze and manipulate situations, MVP's words hinted that the faction was taking the challenge seriously. But before he could finish, Shelton Benjamin interrupted. Benjamin, a seasoned veteran with decades of experience, immediately shifted the conversation. His presence alone commanded attention, and his words carried the weight of someone who had seen countless storylines unfold. He didn't just respond to the challenge, he reframed it, putting Ricochet on the defensive while reminding fans and wrestlers alike that trust and loyalty are as vital as skill in the ring. Shelton Benjamin calls out the challenge. Benjamin's response was measured but pointed. He addressed Ricochet directly, acknowledging the intent behind the gentleman's agreement while questioning whether it could be trusted. He made it clear that if Ricochet could genuinely commit to keeping his allies backstage, the Hurt Syndicate would honor the same promise. This moment underscored the central theme of the storyline: trust. Wrestling is not only about athleticism, it's a contest of strategy, character, and psychological warfare. By framing the challenge this way, Benjamin elevated the stakes, making every fan wonder whether Ricochet's call for respect would be enough to ensure fairness or whether it would be exploited. The subtle art of wrestling psychology. What made Benjamin's response so compelling was its subtle psychological dimension. By questioning trust, he forced Ricochet to consider every possible outcome and every potential distraction that could arise before AEW All Out. Fans could see the layers of strategy at play. Ricochet wants a fair contest. The Hurt Syndicate seeks both control and advantage. And Benjamin is the one bridging experience with cunning. This exchange backstage wasn't just about words, it was about setting the tone for an entire storyline. Wrestling enthusiasts understand that matches are won in the mind as much as in the ring, and Benjamin's intervention was a textbook example of psychological mastery. Hurt Syndicate shows unity. After Benjamin spoke, the Hurt Syndicate demonstrated their cohesion with a simple but powerful gesture. They dapped up, signaling unity and shared intent. This visual display underscored a key question for fans. Can this agreement truly be trusted, or is it a setup for manipulation? By showing solidarity, the faction presented themselves as a single unit, prepared to act in unison if Ricochet faltered. This moment heightened tension, making every viewer question the outcome. AEW thrives on unpredictability, and this subtle exchange reminded fans that alliances, even when seemingly honorable, are always layered with strategy and possibility for disruption. Ricochet's challenge: respect versus risk. Ricochet's challenge was more than a call for a fair fight. It was a demand for respect and recognition. By proposing a one-on-one match without interference, he set a high bar, signaling confidence in his own ability. However, asking for respect also exposed him to risk. The Hurt Syndicate, guided by veterans like Benjamin and MVP, is experienced in using mental tactics to gain an edge. This storyline perfectly blends high-flying athleticism with strategic depth, making fans question every move and every decision leading into AEW All Out. Ricochet's stance establishes him as a principled competitor, but whether principle alone can withstand veteran cunning remains to be seen. AEW All Out. The stage is set. As the countdown to AEW All Out continues, all eyes are on Ricochet and the Hurt Syndicate. Will the gentleman's agreement hold, or will the faction find a way to tilt the match in their favor? Ricochet's demand for fairness sets a high standard, but veterans like Benjamin and MVP are experts in exploiting subtle advantages. This storyline merges athleticism, strategy, and character development, creating a sense of anticipation that extends beyond a single match. Fans understand that the outcome will impact not only Ricochet's legacy, but also the Hurt Syndicate's standing and AEW storylines for months to come. The human element: respect, strategy, and drama. At its core, this AEW storyline is a human story about respect, loyalty, and strategic thinking. Ricochet's challenge, the Hurt Syndicate's measured response, and Benjamin's veteran insight all contribute to a narrative that feels real and relatable, even in the dramatic world of professional wrestling. Fans are drawn not just to the athletic feats, but to the moral dilemmas, psychological games, and anticipation of what will happen next. Whether the match honors the agreement or descends into chaos, the story succeeds by keeping viewers invested in the wrestlers' decisions and the consequences they face. Engaging fans, predictions, and speculation. The conversation doesn't end until the bell rings at AEW All Out. Fans are invited to weigh in on whether Benjamin and the Hurt Syndicate will stick to the agreement or employ their tactical savvy to gain an edge. Predictions and discussions continue to fuel excitement and engagement, making the storyline interactive and immersive. Every promo, social media update, and backstage clip adds layers to the narrative, giving fans multiple ways to participate. AEW has crafted a storyline that balances action with human emotion, ensuring that anticipation and discussion remain high leading into the pivotal match. Conclusion: the gentleman's agreement under the spotlight. Shelton Benjamin's response to Ricochet's gentleman's agreement has elevated the AEW storyline to a new level. It combines athletic excellence, strategic depth, and human drama in a way that captivates fans and keeps them guessing. Ricochet's call for respect and fairness contrasts with the Hurt Syndicate's experience and calculated tactics, setting the stage for an unforgettable showdown. Whether the match upholds the agreement or descends into chaos, the narrative has succeeded in creating suspense, tension, and engagement. Fans eagerly await AEW All Out, ready to witness a confrontation that blends skill, psychology, and the unpredictable magic of professional wrestling.